Now I am ready for my final coat, my only coat of Chantilly for this. So Chantilly is different. We don't do a crumb coat because it will never freeze solid. So we don't have the advantage of being able to create that layer that seals in the crumbs. It sets hard, and then we can come back for the final coat. So when we are frosting with Chantilly, that's sort of a one-shot deal. So I'm still gonna go around though, just like I would for any cake, and I'm gonna just sort of pull away any crumbs, still making sure I don't have any cake that is sticking out that would give me a problem with my frosting. So square cakes are a little bit different than when we're frosting around. I'm going to start just like a round cake though. So I'll start with my stiff whip Chantilly. I'm still going to think about this as a clock. So I'm still only working in this top right quadrant, and forward and back, still never touching the cake. I am going for that thicker coat because I only am going to be doing a single coat on here. So we're going for still that standard 1/4 of an inch in thickness. Okay, so now that I've gotten all the way around, I'm going to smooth this just like I normally would with a round cake. Just holding that about 10 o'clock position in one spot until that's nice and smooth. Okay, so now is where things get a little bit different. So I'm still going to work over here at this 9 o'clock position, but I'm going to be working on one side of a time. And the corners are important. So I'm going to start here at the corner. I'm going to come diagonal, and I have a little bit of Chantilly here, and I'm going to come parallel with this top and just pull that into the center. Now I have this piece here, and I'm going to bring that down, and then now I will work along the sides just like I normally would. So now I've gotten to the far corner here. I'm going to do the exact same thing again with this corner. Take my small amount of frosting, come here at the corner, pull that in, and this time I'm going to go down and I'm going to pull back to where I came. So when we're working on a square cake, you only come about halfway in, and then you want to be tapering away. We don't ever want to come all the way back across because we will disturb this corner. So when I'm placing frosting on the corners now, I'm going to put some here and press it down this way, and then I'll bring another piece here, press that in, and then bring it on this side so that both sides of the corner are getting treatment, so that what I'm trying to do is build up so I have a very nice square corner. I don't see frosting dropping down on one side. Okay, still building up this wall here just like I would for a round cake. And I'm making sure when I'm doing the sides that I'm not seeing any cake in through the Chantilly. The nice thing about Chantilly is that it's beautifully soft, so you don't have to press really hard, and it's really easy to cover up any cake that's showing through. Okay, just get the last side of this corner here. Okay, so now I have all my sides covered, but I just need to clean up my corners. So remember that I'm not ever bringing the spatula beyond the corner. We're always coming from behind it and bringing into the center. So clean spatula every time, because if I have anything left here, it will be deposited on this corner. So I'm going to come from just beyond. That spatula is just a slight angle, so I'm catching the back edge. Come about to the middle and then pull away. And now I can do the same thing from this corner. Okay. Come here, come from behind. Clean spatula, coming from behind. coming from behind that, from behind, and from behind. Okay, so now my sides are all nice and straight. Now I just need to get, just like on a round cake, this top edge here, I need to get this folded over. So I'm going to start with the corners, and just like on a round cake, you're going to work at about 6 o'clock here, right in front of you. Move that forward just a little bit. And we're a slight angle, concentrating on the back edge. Clean spatula, come to the next corner. So when we're working on a smaller cake like this, my spatula will probably be hitting these middle areas, so I may not need to go back and tend to those. If I was working on a larger cake, like a half sheet cake, for example, after I do the corners, I'll need to come through and I'll need to fold over the middle of these sides as well. But these all look pretty good. I have one that's sort of folding over just a little bit, so I'm going to run my spatula along the side to get that to stand back up, and now I have something to fold over. Okay, nice and clean. So now I'm just going to come back and clean up my board. Before I do any sort of decorative piping. And I'm going to hit this with a damp paper towel to get all of this cleaned off, so I don't have anything sticking on there. And now we're ready for our final decoration. So I'll see you guys on the next video.